Hello YouTube. This video is a response to a video posted by Askegg, Askegg. The video is entitled Rolling the Dice for Dr. William Lane Craig. In it, Askegg points out what he believes to be a logical fallacy in the thinking and rationale of Dr. Lane Craig. I am making this video to refute his point, and I would encourage anybody who's going to watch this to first go and watch his video, as he does a very good job of illustrating his point, even though I believe he is off track. Askegg's video boils down to this point.
Before you throw the dice, each outcome is equally probable. But the probability of selecting an outcome ahead of time is practically impossible, a miracle if you like, and this is what Dr. Lane is referring to. But after you throw the dice, you have a result. No matter which result occurs, the probability of that result beforehand was astronomically small. Yet there it is. You could not say after the fact that the results I see before me are impossibly small, and therefore it cannot be true. And this is what Dr. William Lane Craig is doing. He is sacrificing past realities on the altar of future probabilities, and that is a logical fallacy.
This is Askegg's main point, and this is the problem he sees in the rationale. I am now going to go through his video statement by statement and point out what I believe the problem really is.
Before you throw the dice, each outcome is equally probable.
I agree with you on this point. The probability of any outcome is equal. That is the reason we make these calculations.
But the probability of selecting an outcome ahead of time is practically impossible, a miracle if you like, and this is what Dr. Lane is referring to.
Again, I agree with you. The odds of picking one outcome in these astronomical, in fact extra astronomical situations is nigh on impossible.
But after you throw the dice, you have a result. No matter which result occurs, the probability of that result beforehand was astronomically small.
I agree with you again. The probability of any outcome is astronomically small before or after the experiment or situation is carried out.
Yet there it is. You could not say after the fact that the results I see before me are impossibly small, and therefore it cannot be true. And this is what Dr. William Lane Craig is doing.
Here is your mistake. I ask, why is it a fallacy to say that the results I see before me are impossibly small and therefore they cannot be true? The very word impossible means that the outcome is not able to occur. That's from the Oxford English Dictionary. If the odds are impossibly small, then it's perfectly logical and rational to say that the outcome of the system is not possible, as the odds are impossible.
He is sacrificing past realities on the altar of future probabilities, and that is a logical fallacy.
William Craig is not saying that the theory of evolution cannot be true based on his study. He is saying that the odds are so small that another better model is likely needed to fit the outcome. In fact, using statistics to calculate the probability of past events is an important part of the society in which we live. I would like to ask what our state would be in if it was deemed illogical to interpret almost impossible odds as grounds for disproving a theory. Take, for example, this situation. If I were accused of burning down a school and faced trial in court, I would expect that the court system would use evidence to come up with a model of probability to determine whether or not I committed the crime. They might look at my habits, a psychological profile, witness reports, forensic proof. A panel would weigh the evidence and calculate a probability, be it mathematical or logical, of whether or not I likely burned down the school. I would sincerely hope that the panel of judges wouldn't look at the burnt down school, decide that the probability of me doing it was 1 in 7 billion, and accuse me of the crime. Hopefully they would look at evidence to see if I was in town at the time or had any motive to burn it down. If they found out that the odds of me doing it were statistically insignificant, then they would abandon me as a suspect and move on to someone else. In fact, that is the only logical thing to do. A rational person sees statistically insignificant odds and looks for another model to more accurately fit his data. Therefore, what Mr. Craig did is a completely rational thing and not a fallacy. Alright, thanks for sticking around and watching this video. I hope that you got a lot out of it. I hope I was prompt in making my point. I hope I was clear in making my point. And I hope it's something that interests you, because there really isn't anything more worthy of talking about anywhere, in any situation. I encourage responses. I want to hear what you guys think of what I just said. Try to keep it on the topic of this video that I'm responding to for now. I'm hoping to be able to put other videos up later, responding to other videos, making my own videos. So, yeah, I just want to encourage conversation between the two facets of this this great debate. Really, there isn't anything more interesting than this. So, I look forward to hearing back from what you have to say. Thanks.